So I left for a second, and I'm back, and I have a ring pop. I'll turn on the fan. Another cute thing that happened, he was dipping his hand in the cup, right? And so the girl next to him goes, "Hey Noen, what are you doing?" And Noen goes, "Oh, I'm just kind of bored." I look at him, and I go, "Ah." And Noen looked at me, and he like panics for a sec, and then he had pieces of the stick floating around the water, so he took out a piece of the stick, threw it at me, and said, "You're not boring." So I love being able to tell people that, "Oh my god, Noen Eubanks threw a stick at me." It was like, you know, jokingly. Like, those were like a smaller than toothpick sized sticks. At one point, my friend Leslie, I have a funny story with her. So Noen was like sitting, you know, like in his seat, and he was going down the table, and he had fries, right? And he was trying to throw a piece of fry into everybody's plate. And so he tried to throw it either into her plate or into somebody like near his plate, and she literally like backhanded it back into his face, and everyone went, "Ooh," because like he had it coming, you know. Hanging out with Noen honestly felt more like hanging out with a friend or like a crush rather than like a famous person, you know, because I mean, Noen, yeah, okay, he's like TikTok famous and stuff like that, but he's just like a chill guy and like such a cool person to hang out with. So it was me like across from Noen, and like Kate was also like kind of across from Noen, and then there was a girl sitting next to Kate, and Noen randomly asked, he's like, "Hey, does anybody want the rest of this?" Like, and he was eating, it was like half of a french fry, and everyone's like, no, like I'm good, pass, you know. And she like raises her hand, she's like, "I'll take it." Sure enough, she, you know, he throws it across the table and she eats the french fry. And yeah. Oh, I remember at the beginning of like, you know, like we're all like sitting and like starting to talk to Noen, and like, people were like giving Noen their phone to like take selfies and post on their story or whatever. And I slid my phone across the table. I was like, "Hey Noen, can you like take a picture and like put it on my story?" And it didn't reach all the way to him on the table. It was like arm's length away. So you know what he did? This nerd literally like reaches his hand across the table to like where it is, takes a picture of the ceiling where like the phone's facing, and then clicks on the little like paintbrush like pencil thing on Instagram, draws a smiley face, and then posts it to my story. But when I tell you this kid struggled, I mean like he kept pressing the wrong buttons. Like it took him a solid 5 minutes to draw the smiley face. Now's a good time to insert some of the fun, cute videos and stuff that I got.
Make you mine, put your hand in mine. You know that I won't be crazy. Really driving me mad.
Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on the planet Earth? Whoa, come on and sing it with me. The words relate to the key.
I said, that's not a camel.
If it's a
That's my wife. Oh. Maybe next time.
No, not next.
Okay, and oh, what did you? Okay. Ew. Everybody, I really hope it is. Or
The person you're missing is gonna be very upset.
no. Another part of dating that was really funny to me was, so we were talking to Noen, and out of nowhere, like someone asked like, "Hey, who's your favorite person on tour?" And everyone goes like Chase, like, "Oh, it's Chase, right?" And Noen makes some like questionable faces, and then he says, Chase is really needy. Chase, Noen, if you're watching this, sorry. Oh, another like awkward thing that happened. So I'm just chilling, right? Minding my own business, and out of nowhere, like, Noen just starts like staring at me, right? Like I catch his eyes, and like we just start staring at each other. Like it's not like a staring contest kind of staring. It was just like, I don't know what was going on in this kid's mind, but after a while I go, what? And then he like looks away, and that was it. Why not share it? Oh, Noen, not Noen, not Noen. Jaden kissed Noen on the cheek, and it was very, very interesting. And it was so quick. I didn't get on camera, but Leslie got it on camera, and she said it to me. And so I'm gonna use it as like the clip for here. Hi, here you go.
Wait!
I got
Did you get it?
I got it.
I got it!
I love that I got to watch that happen. Oh my god, one of the biggest things that happened. No, one of the hugest things that happened when I was there. We're just chilling. We are minding our own business. I'm sitting, Noen's sitting, like we're all just chilling. And out of nowhere, Josh, like Noen's twin, like Josh just like walks into the room. And I'm like, I didn't know he was gonna like just walk in like that, but he did. And so Noen gets up and they hug, and I have that on video, and let me play that for you there. Did he really just? Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait! And then he messes with his hair, and then they just sit down. Josh goes and sits with Chase Hudson, who's like right like at this table, and then we're at this table, and Noen just comes and sits back down, and we're just like, okay. Oh, and at one point, all the guys were filming a TikTok like off to like the table that was like over like at this side. And everybody was getting up. It was like, hey, if you want to be in a TikTok, like, come over here. And everybody was like, yeah, like, let's go. And so, like, a bunch of people got up, but no one's like, I'm not going. Like, I'm staying. And so then, like, a good amount of us at the table were like, okay, like, if you're staying, we're staying. And then at one point, Noen gets up, and he's just like, whoa, 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 are they kissing over there? And so Noen walks over. I have a clip of where he's just tried to, like, kiss Chase Keith on the cheek. Someone kiss Noen. Oh, 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 oh. Dang. Maybe next time.
No, not next time.
After a little bit, he turns to us and he goes, they're not kissing apparently. And I said, aw, maybe next time. And then he looks at me and he goes, no, not next time. While we were sitting, I got Noen to sign my phone case, and now Noen's signature is still there. I purposely told him to sign the inside of it, so that way it wouldn't come off. So yeah, mind my dirty phone case. I'm too scared to clean the area around this because I do not want to like wipe this off on accident. But yeah, so that's cute. With his signature, he always like writes his name, and then there's always a smiley face at the end. Like literally on everything of mine that he signed. I also got him to sign one of my shoes, if I can find that shoe. It's somewhere, okay. Now it's low-key coming off a little bit, but that's because it's a shoe. There's that. And I wear these shoes a lot, because I love them so much. Like they're my new favorite shoes because, you know, like they're just really sentimental to me. So I have this Minecraft cat, like pop figure, and it's a black cat with green eyes, and I'm like, oh my god, why does that remind me of Noen? Like Noen's like so like precious, but like is dark, you know, like edgy, but like at the same time, you know, is like so like soft and just like wholesome, and he has green blue eyes. They're like really pretty up close. Like his eyes are so pretty up close, it's not even funny. I'm not even exaggerating. Like I saw them, right? I like looked at his eyes at one point and I was like, whoa. Aha. But let me get that. And it's such a cute cat too. After he signed the last thing, I told him, so because I didn't go to the meet and greet, I didn't get to hug you yet, and I didn't have to say anything else. No one just like immediately just like was ready to hug me. He's just such a huggable person. The funny part about it, when we were hugging, like we got really, really close to the point where no one stepped on my shoe, and we started to like lose balance, and so then we started like falling back, right? And Noen, I don't know why he didn't just like let go and was like, oh, oof. But he literally put his hand out on a chair behind us to like push us back up, and like while still hugging. Like I got a video for like a bunch of my friends or whatever, like Noen saying hi to all of them, and that video was really funny because he was holding my phone and I was like off to the side, like just like letting him record or whatever. And I have the clip, okay? And oh, what did you? Okay, and he pressed the screen to make it darker so you couldn't see his face, and so then I go like and then I make it bright again, and what does he do? He makes it dark again. If I wanted it to be dark, I would have let it be dark. I want to see your face, sir, but I guess not. I guess not. You know, I got like one of those like cliche videos where like you hold hands with somebody, you know what I mean, right? I have the clip anyway. I low-key thought you were just gonna put that same. Everybody like goes like, oh, what is Noen doing? Cause like he's picking out food from his mouth. Cause like we just ate. The second time we hugged, it was when I was leaving, you know, and I told him I was leaving, and so then like you know, it was like a hug goodbye, and I was like, thank you. I have such like a long and sad car ride home. He was like, take care though, all right? And I was like, in that hug, he picked me up, right? I didn't get it on camera. So I go up to Noen and I'm like, I'm sorry I keep annoying you, but, and like, he cuts me off and he goes, oh, you're not annoying me. I went like internal screaming noises. I said, that last hug was amazing, and I didn't get it on camera. And I have that clip. It's amazing, and I didn't get it on camera. And so we hugged again, and he picked me up again, and, you know, then that was when like I left. Like I left. And I go home, and you know, like at first I'm like, I'm fine, like I'm not sad, like I don't miss him or anything. But the next day and the day after and like all the days until like school after, I was so sad. And it was because I was like, oh my god, nothing's gonna like top that. Like there's not gonna be anything better than that that's gonna happen to me. Like that was it. Like what if I never see Noen again? It was insane. I don't know, like it seems so stupid, but at the same time, like that was just genuinely how I felt. And it sucked. It really did suck. But now it's like I'm over it. Most of the time when I think back on it and like I talk about it, I'm like normally really happy because like that happened. Like I can say like, hey, I met Noen. Hey, Noen threw a stick at me. I can say that I miss Noen because I actually met Noen. It was so much fun the first time. Like I would die to go again. That's my experience on Lights Out Tour. Kind of hate that it got so much hate, but genuinely like it was a good time. I'm glad that I went. It's not like embarrassing or anything like, oh, I stan a bunch of like TikTok boys. Like no. Noen, if you are watching, which you are probably not, thanks for giving me one of the greatest nights of my life, because it truly was so much fun, and I would love to meet you again. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that you guys were entertained. I hope you guys thought that those stories were cute. Peace out, my dudes. Aha. I'm sorry. I'm turning into What's Wrong, Danny.
Is you off a pill? Okay, let's make a deal. Rumpelstiltskin, she wanna see my purple pickle up in the wind. Okay, Sean, cut that off, bitch, get in. And if your nigga don't like me, hit chinny chin chin.